What's up, guys? I'm Jessica with Edmtrain, and I'm here with the one and only Armin van Buuren
What's up?
at Ultra Music Festival. Thanks so much for taking the time to talk to me
Of
during
course.
this busy week.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, good seeing you again, as always. I know that you just had a back-to-back set yesterday with Marlon Hofstraat, and you had your solo set, and afterwards you were interacting with fans on the rail. How was that whole last night for you?
I'll have to be honest with you, it was a little nervous playing with Marlon.
Really?
Yeah, because I didn't really know what to expect a little bit. I mean, I played back to back with him before, but this is a different crowd. And it was his first time in Miami at Ultra, and yeah, we were like, I was kind of nervous to see where he was going, but it actually turned out great. Our sounds actually, in a funny way, just matched really well.
Yeah.
And I was really surprised. I mean, I already rated him as a DJ, but he's technically very skilled and super nice. Very, very professional, and I think, yeah, it came across great. And it was a little bit of a different sound from what we normally do. But I was really glad that I got to play solo as well, to play more the classic Armin trance sound,
Right.
which was great. So yeah, that felt good. Yeah.
And I know that you're playing the main stage tonight, and it's always a very exciting set for me because I always feel like you drop maybe 10 IDs. It's so many new tracks that you're dropping.
Yeah.
And so can you tell me how many you're dropping tonight? Or am I going to have to count when I'm out there?
Maybe a little bit less than you're used to for me, because I got some criticism for playing too many new songs.
No way, no way.
So it's not going to be just new songs, but yes, there's a ton of IDs, of course. But I also, like, for example, I'm bringing Sasha again to do Set Me Free live, because that was so big in the US. It's actually number one. Yeah, thank you. And
Yeah.
she's here, and we're doing it live on the main stage, and she performs so well live. She's so confident, and it really adds something to the performance. And it's a firm favorite with a lot of my fans, and so that's one I'm dropping. I can also tell you that I'm dropping Always You, because that's
my favorite track so far. For
yeah.
This little.
There you go.
year,
So
yeah, season.
I said it's not only new music. I want to. I mean, I really want to. I didn't pre-program the set in the sense that I know exactly what I'm going to play yet. It's like 90% is kind of like, okay, I want to play this, but yeah, it's not 100% fixed. But I've never really pre-programmed my main stage sets. No disrespect to DJs that do, because I fully understand.
Yeah.
But that's just the way I DJ. So I know my opening track, I know my closing track. I kind of know what I want to play in the middle, but I only have 1 hour, so I wish I had
know.
longer. And
Yeah.
but I saved a few premieres compared to my set from last night, and yeah, I hope people will like it.
Excited for it.
Me too.
And you have a very incredible run this season. Not only are you doing Ultra, but also you have 2 sets at Coachella, actually 3, right?
Yep.
And also some after parties, and also
Yeah.
EDC. And I just noticed that this year you usually play a sunset set at Ultra, but you're playing a nighttime set, which is very exciting for me.
Yeah.
I feel like you really go hard on those sets. So is that exciting for you?
Very exciting, yeah. I love playing in the light as well. Ultra has a special vibe, especially with the backdrop of the city and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know that Ultra Miami is a different vibe than any other festival, because it's downtown. It's that time of year, and
Right.
I'm glad it's dry.
Me too.
And but it works. So, but I think the timing's perfect, because we all know that trance right now seems to be not so much of a dirty word anymore. I think, especially with the techno guys playing more melodic, and melodic techno being more popular, and I think people are more receptive to melodies and to trance in general, and so it feels perfect to premiere the new chapter in my career, actually, here at Ultra Main Stage.
Amazing. And was this planned for you to have a nighttime set and then like a sunrise set at EDC? I know this is fast forwarding, but that's very special to have closing out the entire EDC with that.
Well, it's
sunrise set.
it's always important to mix it up. I think
Yeah.
I played the ASAT stage with Reinier Zonneveld and many other DJs. Last year we were with Oliver Heldens and Maddox. This year it was Marlon. I think it's important to stay, do the unexpected a little bit.
Yeah.
Also for my main stage set, I want to just but I think what is the most important key ingredient, and when you listen to an Armin van Buuren set, there should be something that fans can relate to. That I'm trance, and that's the sound that's closest to my heart. And when I listen to the music or when I'm producing a track, it's not just that I like trance. It feels like it's kind of part of me. That makes sense. I hope that doesn't come across in the wrong way, but if you know what I mean, like when I hear a trance track, it automatically, it sparks a little fire in me. Like it feels like it is me. You know, like when I hear a certain melody or when I'm playing a melody, like the opening track is something brand new. And that came from a very, very organic place. It's about my story, where I am in my life right now. It's very, very deeply personal. But it's also like writing the track was almost, I put a lot of time and effort into finalizing the mixing, the mixing it down and finalizing the lyrics and everything. But writing the melody was kind of, it came from a very organic place, if that makes sense. It just feels like I just have to listen to my higher power, and my key, you know, it just sort of comes automatically, and that's a great feeling. And I've learned over the years now to sort of trust that feeling more than ever. Yeah.
When you create a track, especially an emotional track like Always You and like This Is What It Feels Like, does it start with the melody or the lyrics, and do you write the lyrics yourself?
For this particular, yeah, I have one ID. I can't say you which one it is yet, but there's two songs. The opening song, and there's one in the middle that is highly personal. It has to do with the journey I've been on, personal journey. And yeah, we went on a writing session in London in January when it was snowing, and we were inside in the new Armada studios, and I just there was the little upright piano in our hallway, and I never touched it, and the piano tuner just left, and we were writing a song, and it was okay and stuff, but I heard like a variation on the tune, but I couldn't play it on the keyboard, so I actually went into the hallway, and we wrote the song, we finished the song behind the piano, and then we quickly went back into the studio, put the chords in the computer, and recorded the vocal. And it just seemed like the whole piano project that I've been doing is now paying off, in the sense of I have more of a clue what I'm doing now when I touch the keys, and you know, sitting behind the piano actually, because I learned so much about writing chords and you know, songwriting and everything. But I have to stress, I didn't write the song myself. I wrote it with 3 other people. But it started with a conversation in the writing room from a personal story, because I write a lot in my diary, and some of these diaries they're used as song interpretation. So I'm always thinking, and a lot of these thoughts end up in my diary, and I have song suggestions and song titles and song ideas. And when I go into a writing session, that's usually like I have a lot of ammo to present to writers, and often it starts a discussion, and so it's usually more of a co-write thing. You know, you sit in the studio and you talk about life experiences. You talk about, oh yeah, I have that too, and then you know, you just start with a chorus idea, and then you work from there. But I have to be honest with you, I do always have a little bit of an imposter syndrome when I write, because I'm Dutch.
Oh, really?
So this language that I'm speaking right now is not my native language. Ik praat eigenlijk Nederlands. Dat is mijn moedertaal.
Right.
But you don't understand that, because
No, I don't understand it.
no, but that's what I speak. So sometimes it's hard to put my real words, or what I really feel, into English. So when I have a conversation with a singer or writer, or when I'm in a group, I try to often try to just express my emotions, and then they can put it into words sometimes better. Or sometimes I go with sentences and they laugh. They're like, no, that's not the way you say that in English, because I always have the language barrier, you know?
Okay,
It's kind of a handicap a little bit.
Well, that's something interesting. Thanks for sharing that. I never
course.
thought about that.
Yeah.
And actually, one of the tracks I really like by you is Larger Than Life. It's a couple years ago, but
Yeah.
I just think it's such an uplifting. Like the moment I heard that, I think you debuted it maybe at EDC, or that's the first time that I heard it. But it's just like such a happy, uplifting song. So
Yeah.
was that like also collaborative effort, or like just so
It was
different
actually
from
not.
the
It was not meant as a dance track. It was meant as a track to support the Dutch team,
Right.
the Dutch football team, and you know, this was a radically different idea, because it was written together with the Dutch band Chef Special, and they're super famous in the Netherlands, not so well known outside the Netherlands, but they wrote this beautiful track, and I instantly clicked with the guys. But they never did the gang vocal, the whoa.
Oh, okay.
And that was an idea that came directly from Viva La Vida, from Coldplay. And you know, I said, if you're writing an anthem to support the Dutch team, we should have something that a stadium can sing. And I remember like the first meeting with the band, and they were like, no, we don't do gang vocals. And then like the second meeting, it was, yeah, okay, we do gang vocals. And then we wrote it kind of around that idea of, yeah, being larger than life. So we saw the players like, and there's references to the lion, which is the Dutch team. You know, we always have the lion as a symbol for the Dutch, to support the Dutch. And that track actually went gold in the Netherlands. I just last week or 2 weeks ago, we received a plaque from the captain of the Dutch team.
Amazing.
He presented us the plaque, so that was special. But I'm really glad to say that you like it, because it was actually not meant as a as a DJ track. It was really meant as a as a track to support the Dutch team, the soccer team.
Cool, very cool. And this is kind of rewinding, but you know, you had a whole Armin only series and like the best of Armin only, and then you had the This Is Me show, which actually went to in Ziggo Dome like in 2022. Do you think you would ever in the future do like a throwback, like for all that stuff, like all the?
Oh yeah, I mean
like,
Armin
that
only's.
production is amazing. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, This Is Me was kind of something that needed to come out. It was about the dark times that I was in. It was highly personal.
And you changed that due to COVID, right? It was supposed to be a little bit different. Or
Yeah. Well, I released the album Balance in a time where I was heavily unbalanced actually.
Oh, okay.
And the album Feel Again was a reflection of the personal journey I went in, you know, quitting alcohol, going into therapy, embracing my darker sides, coping with like my insecurities, anxiety that I had, and you know, became a better man. And after that came Breathe In, Breathe Out, which is sort of a reminder of what I'm doing now, how I deal with anxiety. I mean, I go on stage in Ultra in just a bit, and I'll probably have anxiety going on stage, but the way I deal with it now is not by drinking alcohol, but it's by breathing. And tonight I'm going to connect everything. When you hear the intro, you will know you will know how I connect everything. And it has everything to do with what my therapist said, and I'll quote you on this.
Okay.
My therapist said, "Son, you need a spiritual awakening." And tonight, here at Ultra, I'm going to give the answer to that.
Can't wait. And you've already conquered the piano. You have a piano album. So what is your next instrument you're conquering? It seems like you don't run out
The
of things
saxophone.
To do.
No. No. Actually, I'm currently writing some new songs for the piano. Because sometimes I've discovered that, you know, starting with the basics, starting with melodies, because I'm a trance guy, so I like to sit behind the piano. I've already written a few new songs, but the good news is, maybe for the fans that don't know it, so I've started piano tryouts. So what I'm doing small shows for maximum 400 fans, and I'm actually playing the entire piano album myself, acoustically, with a string orchestra.
That would give me so much anxiety to do myself. I
Yeah.
used to play piano. So
Oh no, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, I don't consider myself, you're probably a better piano player than me, but I love to, I don't know, I don't want to be the DJ that also plays piano, because I think like, it's like, oh, showing off, oh, I'm playing the piano. No, I think what Geronimo, my piano teacher, taught me was something that is so fundamental. He said, whether you're using a USB or a CDJ or a piano, it doesn't really matter. It's all about communication. It's about communicating the emotions you feel inside by the instrument. And sitting behind a piano, something happens. When I've noticed now, I've done 5 tryouts for fans in a very intimate setting, and sitting there behind the piano and just me and the keys and the string orchestra, and I play the tracks different every time based on my current mood, right? And it just feels like it's so much more real in a way. You know, playing the piano is probably the most vulnerable you can be, but also the most honest. And I have a feeling in my life right now that to be connected with my true self, that I need to do these piano shows. So I'm really looking forward to expanding with this. And financially, it's going to be not very good news, because it's very expensive to hire all these string people.
Right.
So it's not a financial thing, but it's more of a creative thing. And I think we live in times where fans, I'm doing it for my fans. I'm not doing it for the classical music. I'm not going to be in classical concert halls. I'm not going to play for people that normally listen to classical music, and now I'm not worthy, you know. I don't want to go there, but I'm doing this for my fans. And I hope to do it to tell them, no, I'm not leaving dance music. No, I'm not slowing down. No, I'm not turning into a pianist, and not at all. But it's just a different way of communicating the artistry that's in me that needs to get out. It's something like I just feel like it needs to get out, and I want to convey that to the fans that are interested. And, you know, well, you can ask the fans that actually went to those tryouts, because we did one at ASOT just a few weeks ago in Rotterdam. And it was an old church, 200 people, and, you know, people were crying, and it's only like an hour, 15-minute show.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm looking forward to expand that. So, you know, try to think big, you know. I'm not gonna put a piano on the main stage of Ultra, don't worry. That's not gonna happen. But yeah, I'm looking forward to start a new chapter, sort of like Nobody's doing this, you know. It's not, that's not why I'm doing it, but I'm saying like I'm covering uncharted territory, which is kind of what I feel when I started the radio show. Because when I started the radio show, nobody was doing that, and it just came from a very organic place, and I have the same feeling with piano.
Last thing, because I know you have a set to play, but anything you want to say to Edmtrain fans or fans that came out to see your set tonight?
Of course. Guys, I just want to say, from a very personal point of view, I love this continued support for 25 years of State of Trance. It is overwhelming how many of you keep listening to the radio show and keep watching what I do, and it's amazing to feel the love for so many years when you could listen to so many other amazing DJs, but still keep supporting the State of Trance community. And yeah, I wouldn't be sitting here without you guys, so thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Armin.